a little different schedule here. We're going to be doing the show here at the Green Mill on Mondays after home games. So either a home series or a home and home will be here on Mondays at 6 o'clock. And I should also tell you that our player guest coming up tonight, we're going to talk to the always entertaining and talkative Luke Jaycox, and we will talk with one of the newcomers out of Grand Rapids and Mr. Hockey himself, Jack Pierre. All that coming up here as we continue. We're live from the Green Mill. It is the Brett Larson Show. Along the near side, it swung around to the far corner. Action in the St. Thomas zone. Hench is trying to get to it. He got upended. Player was on the ice, so no tripping. And St. Thomas's Paul Schmid, who's out of Austria, up to Brodzinski. Loose puck, they score. And it's 4-1. Little highlight action there for you. I think I pushed a button there that actually muted it. That was unfortunate. We'll do our best next time. Hey, it's the first show for everybody here, right, Brett? It was the first game for everybody on Friday, and the officials, we had a lot of penalties on Saturday.
Yep.
And then not as many on Sunday, and that was good. The game had a little more flow. And it was more
Actually, I like the power plays on Saturday, Jim.
You did like the Saturdays. I'm sure you would take 10.
I'll take 10 power plays.
Take 10
yes.
power plays?
I'm not going to turn that down.
7 of 10 from the power play is just amazing. That, again, I think a school record. They had a game where they had 8 power play goals against a Canadian team back in the mid-'90s. But I think as far as against an NCAA team, that's a record 7. I think 6 against Mankato at one point in time was the record prior to that. And that's prolific. It really is. It was fun to see. You really get an idea of the skill of your team when you get those power play chances, because the guys moving the puck around. The passing was really crisp, and you got guys on the backside and the back door that can bomb it.
Yep. Well, what I really liked, too, was even before that, and you asked about the response going into the game, I thought the energy of the crowd, I mean, we were on our toes. We wanted to use our speed and really drive things deep, attack their D, really try to use our speed down low and try to force them to take some penalties. Yeah. And it was our energy and our jump that I thought forced them to have to take those. So I know Rico, his plan wasn't to take 4 penalties early.
No.
And, so for us to be able to draw those penalties early, I thought it's what created that momentum.
Easton Brodzinski got his 100th point, a couple of goals in the game on Saturday. Again, worked so hard, and boy, does he look good. A guy coming off an injury, never saying that an injury is a good thing, but they work so hard to get back, and then when they get there back, they are sharp.
I think he just, I don't know how to put this the right way. He just appreciates and feels lucky to be playing.
Yeah,
right.
And
sometimes you don't realize how much you miss something until you can't do it. And he's got a fire under him right now. He wants to prove that he's back and ready to play, and he's doing a great job. So obviously for us, he's a huge key for us, especially on that power play. His stick is so good around the net.
Yeah,
it's great to have him back.
How about the newcomers that played in the game on Sunday, just last night at the XL Energy Center? Josh Lutke on the defensive side saw some time on the ice. Another young Minnetonka guy.
Yep. Yeah, he played really well. Fans will see. He reminds me of this is going way back, but he reminds me a lot of Taj Melson back in the day, who I played against, and a good buddy of mine. Just a great skating defenseman that can make plays, and like Taj, he's got a really high compete level. So he did really well in the game. I thought Aiden Spellacy did a great job. Obviously, he's competing for ice time right now, and I'm kind of trying to fill that hammer line a little bit, and he came in and did a really good job with that. So really happy with the young guys. And obviously, Brady Zemer's a second year, but I thought he stepped in and did a good job as well.
And he probably saw as much ice time last night that he did in any game all of last year, right?
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
saw a lot of time.
You know what? Early in the year, you want to get guys in. You want to develop them and give them an opportunity. It's hard to take guys out, but you have to be able to put some guys in and keep them fresh and ready, because you never know when they might be needed, and you want to see what they have in a situation like that. So I thought all the guys that were inserted in the lineup did a good job.
The Aiden Spellacy, fans that don't know, he's a transfer from Robert Morris. Tell me about that process. I assume he probably was going to stay at Robert Morris, and then they shut down their men's and women's programs just suddenly, really out of the blue, all of a sudden their players become available. And he did play against us back in Pittsburgh. I think he had an assist in the game we played at PPG Bates Arena back at that little holiday tournament in Pittsburgh.
It was interesting because a friend of mine was the assistant coach there, and when the program folded, I told him what we're looking for. We're trying to build the Will Hammer line all over again, and he told me that if he ever got a head coaching job in college, the first player he'd bring with him would be Aiden Spellacy. He goes, he might never score a goal for you, might get 1 or 2, but as far as doing things the right way, competing, killing penalties, blocking shots, doing whatever it takes to help the team win and not caring about who gets the points and who doesn't, he's your guy. So that was a pretty good recommendation. And before the program was folded, he was unanimously voted captain by his teammates. So I think that says a lot about his character.
Yeah, he was a freshman of the year on his team, too, back a few years when he was a freshman. Chase Brand gets a goal, shorthanded, and a power play goal in the game on Saturday. 2 goals from Chase Brand. There's a guy who we've kind of been waiting to break through, right? And he's poised.
Yeah, he's off to a good start as well. I mean, he's one of those guys that I don't know if the fans appreciate him enough, because he's always making the right little plays. He's a guy that, as a coach, you trust out there in pretty much any situation, and he's really reliable, really dependable. I know that to some players that doesn't sound real exciting, but he's really smart that way, and he's a guy that you can trust out there in pretty much any. Well, you said it right there. He had a shorthanded goal and a power play goal. You can kind of put him in any situation. And
you were prophetic, although history shows you have a lopsided game, whether it's lopsided score-wise or it's a Donnybrook with tons of penalties. The next game is always going to be opposite of that. It always seems like it's that way when you're playing a 2-game series. This was a home-and-home scenario, and that's what we ended up having on Sunday. It's amazing.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. You knew they were going to get better. You knew that it was going to be more of a challenge. I was really proud of our team. I in a lot of ways, we played better Sunday night than we did on Saturday. the thing that I liked is you have to learn how to win those games, and you have to stick with it. A lot of times, teams that aren't, I guess, where we want to get to, or they'll break down. They'll start trying too much, and when you start it sounds funny, but when you start trying too hard, almost things start breaking down. You get away from your game plan. You get away from what makes you successful. You're trying things on your own. Your team game breaks down because you're desperately trying to score. I was really impressed with the guys' ability to their poise, sticking with a game plan, playing the game the right way, knowing that they were going to find a way to be able to break through that way. It's interesting because we were talking a lot about with the team Tampa Bay and how they play, and most people ask or think of Tampa Bay as a team that's run and gun and tons of offense and how they play with all those skilled players. But if you look at every game that they had to close out a series in, it was a 1-0 or 2-0 game in every game. They can win those games too, and they have to find ways to win those games. And I thought our guys did a good job of playing the right way to get it done yesterday.
Attendance, it was 4,100 here, and then at 4,200 down at the XL Energy Center last night.
Felt like more here.
I was going to say, it felt like more here, but still, that was in that lower bowl at that X because of the acoustics there. There had to be some pretty good atmosphere as well. It's always nice to play in that building, Brett.
Well, it is always nice to play in that building, but I'm going to give credit to the Herb and our fans because the atmosphere wasn't even close. You know, it was different. It felt quiet. And again, going back to our players being able to create their own energy, I was proud of them how they played that way. But going from our place that was just rocking into a place that usually is, but it was a just totally different feel, and that's a little bit of a mental challenge. And I think the guys handled it pretty well.
And that's a good challenge. These guys, with all the veteran experience that you have, you still got to find ways to challenge these guys, keep them sharp, and that will result in success.
Yeah. Well, I'll even tell you from a coach standpoint, when I walked out on the bench at the Herb, you could feel the little hairs on your neck standing up. I mean, there was that type of energy in there. It was just a different scenario, obviously, going into that rink, and obviously us being the away team. Although it was pretty cool. The side across from us was quite a few St. Cloud fans over there, so that was nice to see.
Do you foresee St. Thomas and St. Cloud trying to schedule every year, becoming a good rivalry? They're going to get a building in a few years. It sounds like that's inevitable.
Yep, we'd like it to be. And I talked to Rico after the game. They would too. It makes a ton of sense. I think it's going to create a pretty good non-conference rivalry for us. And we're trying to do that a little bit more. I mean, we have so many good teams right around here. We normally play Bemidji. We normally play Mankato. We're going to get back to playing Minnesota, hopefully, on a more regular basis. We want Wisconsin back in the building and going to Wisconsin. We like that. And now with St. Thomas and those, that's a pretty nice non-conference schedule.
Sure is.
And what I'd like to do is do 4 out of those 5 teams every year if we can, and maybe one out east here or there, where one year we go out east, one year a team comes here, where the guys can have that experience too. Because I remember back to my first year here, we took a trip and played BC in Northeastern.
Yep.
And I thought it was a great experience for our guys to do something like
Went
that.
to Fenway.
Went to Fenway and got to see the town, practiced at the Bruins practice rink, and I'd still like our guys to have that type of experience as well.
And I know all those teams, the chances of them all eventually being back in the same conference, slim to none, but it'd be fun to have some kind of a because all these teams are playing each other. They might not all play each other, but every year kind of have a point system like a standing, kind of like the Ivy League. The Ivy League teams all have their other conferences, but then they also have Ivy League hockey where they keep track of. It'd be fun to have just a Minnesota, like the Pat Micheletti provincial thing, and have standings and things and teams play head-to-head. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Jim Rich is kind of pushing that. There's a group of guys that are trying to push that to get it done, and I think most of us want it. There might be a program that doesn't want it, but there's most of us would like to have it.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll hear more from Brett Larson. Hey, a little bit about our radio situation here with the games. We're on a new radio partner for the games. I think a lot of you folks probably tuned in, and we're a part of it here. We are on KNSI now. That's 1450 AM and 99.3 FM. And from what I hear, the 99.3 FM, I think their tower is just on the other side of the campus there on County 75. So they got a really good signal in the building. So if you want to bring your radio and listen, you can at the game. And, of course, if you need to stream, if you're out of the listening area, they've got a wonderful app, KNSI app, and, of course, also the new app that we've been talking about that Learfield has. And I have the Learfield app, which is called the the Varsity Network app. I've got it on my phone, and it gives me an alert. It gave me an alert when I started the show saying, hey, we are streaming now. So that's a good option as well. So if you got Android or if you have Apple, download the Varsity Network app from Learfield Games and the Brett Larson Show, all right there for you. And, Brett, before we go, has your son yet admitted that he's proud of you and he respects you for having your own radio show?
No.
Not yet, still.
No.
Still
Didn't I
doesn't.
tell you the story yet after the Frozen Four?
No, I don't think
My
so.
son's
I don't think we saw
the
you.
only person that, not the only person, but he likes to,
He
burst
gribs
his
you?
dad. He likes to give it to his dad a little bit once in a while. And, it was funny because he was obviously out there. And then obviously when people would see me in the community the few days after, he'd hear him say things like, gosh, if that one would have gone off the post and in, and you guys had a good first period, and yada, yada. And he'd hear all these things. Finally he goes, hey, Dad, why are all these people saying these things? I think you guys got smoked. So it's just kind of how he is, But I agree with all the other people. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Kids say the darndest thing, don't they? All right, we'll be back right after this. The Brett Larson Show. We're live at the Green Mill.
Here at St. Cloud Orthopedics, we continue to be honored to serve the community we proudly call home with premium specialty orthopedic care. And we
Branch 835 West St. Germain Street, Suite 100, or visit us online at affinityplus.org. Insured by NCUA.
Everyone's energized by the action and drive of the right play. Preferred One has the right moves, too, with major scoring opportunities. For 30 years, Preferred One has provided employee health benefits to large and small companies throughout Husky Nation. Achieving your best health is easy and accessible with Preferred One. We offer top physicians and clinics when and where you need them. 100% preventative coverage, gym discounts, and convenient online care. Need an assist? Call your insurance broker or visit preferredone.com. Preferred One, a proud sponsor of Husky Athletics.
Dear Diary, things I love about Quick Trip. Glazer donuts. Duh. Fuel. Fresh food. Fun treats. But even the little things like stamps, money orders, gift cards, I get them there. Crazy clean bathrooms. So nice with the kids in tow. No fee ATMs. Free air for my tires. A lot of stores charge for that. Not my Quick Trip. And they always smile and make my day. I think I'm in love. And I think they love me.
Fitzgerald on this power play unit. Donahue will quarterback. Here's Meyer on the near wing. Down low, Cranola centers. Okabe shot, scores! Zach Okabe, another one for him. It's a power play goal. 8th of the weekend here for St. Cloud State. It's 1-0. 8 power play goals over the weekend. Welcome back, Green Mill here in the Brett Larson Show. There are teams that won't have 8 power play goals in the month of October. You guys are off to a good start, but you can't take that for granted. You're going into Mankato now. You got to forget about this past weekend, right, Brett? Because here comes in one poll the number one team, and saw them last year in the Frozen Four in the semifinals. They got their goalie back. It should be a real battle this weekend down there. Huh?
Yeah, these are the ones that are fun to prepare for. You know, it's going to be a great series. It's going to be two really good teams going head to head. Obviously, we just saw them in the Frozen Four a few months ago, and we're excited to go down there. It was nice to have this weekend to be able to, I guess, fine-tune some things, get through some things. I really liked yesterday that we had to fight and work for it. I thought that helped us prepare a lot for next weekend. It didn't come easy. I think had it come easy, it wouldn't have been the same. I think the way that St. Thomas played yesterday, and like I said, made us really kind of grit it out, helped us prepare for next weekend. So Mankato plays heavy. They played hard. We know where they're going. They're going to our net every time, and we'll be ready for it.
They have their goaltender back. The guy is close to setting the record in shutouts. Ryan Miller. By the way, David Rennick, another shutout for him. McKay, yes. Yep. Mackay he was at Duluth.
Yeah.
So McKay. David Rennick got his 12th shutout, so he continues to dominate that list, and St. Cloud State all-time leader there. Who else do they have coming back? I haven't looked yet at their roster really for Minnesota State Mankato. How much of their guys off of that team you guys saw last April back?
They're similar to us. Okay. They've got a lot of they put it this way, they got a good core back for sure. They got the guys they wanted back. I know Smith's. Well, I don't want to start naming players, but they've got a real good core back, and hey, they're obviously playing great already. That's why I like it. They just went and had two big games and a couple big wins, and now we're going to go in there and you know what, see where we're at this early, and it'll be a good test to see where we're at, what we need to keep working on. But for us, it's always fun having these weekends. Well, let's face it, the next three of them, but starting with all of them are. But it's why you play. You're growing up as a kid, you want to play in series like this. A lot of teams never get the chance to play in a 1-versus-2 series, and these are the ones that you kind of grow up dreaming about getting to play in. So I know the guys will be fired up for it.
Minnesota, it's Mankato, then Minnesota, then Wisconsin. It's a great start. The whole schedule is just fantastic, isn't it? When you guys set it up, I mean, it's set up for fans having fun, the players being in competitive games against good programs. You probably couldn't ask for more.
No, you can't. Even as a coach, it's funny, sometimes the series that stress you out aren't the ones that you think they would be. Like these type of series, it's a good stress. It's a fun stress. Right. You're excited. You can't wait to get to the rink every day. You can't wait to prepare every day. You can't wait to get the team down to Mankato. It's like you just want to get going, and you enjoy that thought of this is going to be a big tilt this weekend. It's going to be two really good teams getting after it, and those are the fun ones.
Do you stress as a head coach more against teams that you don't know as much about? They may be struggling a little bit, so you don't know what you're dealing with, and then you're afraid that the guys, not that our guys would ever do that, but take them lightly, not come in hard. Is that maybe some of the more stressful areas as a head coach, Brad?
Well, I can't say for everybody, but for me it is, for sure. Yeah. It's the games that all the fans think you should win no problem, or a lot of people looking at the games thinking it should be easy. And as a coach, you know that 1 through 60 in college hockey, there isn't anybody that's really easy against. But the perception out there is that it could be easy. And I think sometimes those are the ones that I get the most stress for, because you want to make sure you're ready. You want to make sure the team's prepared. You want to make sure you don't overlook them, and you want to come out and play your best. So whereas weekends like this, know our guys are going to, we're not going to be perfect, but they're going to bring everything they got.
Any injuries to report? Pretty healthy coming out of the weekend?
Yep, healthy coming out of the weekend.
All right, that's a good setup. Of course, coming up, the games at Mankato. It's Friday, back to the normal Friday and Saturday. The game 7 o'clock on Friday, 6 o'clock on Saturday down at Mankato. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Larson here on the Brett Larson Show. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you next weekend.
Thanks,
coming up next, player guests. It'll be Luke J. Cox. It'll be Jack Pierre. All right here from the Green Mill on the Brett Larson Show from Learfield.
I'm Mike Bryant, and I'm driving my car safely and legally communicating on my phone. Minnesota law allows a driver to use their cell phone to make calls, text, listen to music or podcasts, and get directions by voice command or single-touch activation without holding your phone. Violations are very expensive.
The National Safety Council reports that cell phone use while driving leads to 1.6 million crashes per year, and nearly 400,000 injuries are caused by texting and driving. Not surprising, since 4 seconds with your eyes off the road is like driving the length of a football field blindfolded. And research shows that just 2 seconds increases the risk of an accident up to 24 times. Texting may only take a second, but it can end your life or ruin it forever. Please drive safely and stay alive.
Find Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury attorneys at minnesotapersonalinjury.com.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Everyone's energized by the action and drive of the right play. Preferred One has the right moves, too, with major scoring opportunities. For 30 years, Preferred One has provided employee health benefits to large and small companies throughout Husky Nation. Achieving your best health is easy and accessible with Preferred One. We offer top physicians and clinics when and where you need them. 100% preventative coverage, gym discounts, and convenient online care. Need an assist? Call your insurance broker or visit preferredone.com. Preferred One, a proud sponsor of Husky Athletics.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Now hiring awesome crew. Apply at workatcanes.com.
Hunting season is here. Are you ready? Shields is ready to help you succeed on your next hunting adventure with experts you can trust and gear you'll love. The Shields Hunting Sale event is going on now through October 10th. Save on the latest gear from top brands like Winchester, Beretta, Lacrosse, Vortex, and LEM. It's the Shields Hunting Sale event, on now, in store and online at shields.com.
Roto-Rooter is now hiring, and today we're with Steve and Travis from Roto-Rooter to tell you all about it.
It's true. Roto-Rooter is now hiring licensed plumbers, drain technicians.
And don't forget about our brand new position, a tanker pump truck driver.
We just got that brand new Peterbilt pump truck. We are looking for a CDL driver, too.
At Roto-Rooter, the pay is great. You get a 401k, company match, paid vacation, and more.
Plus, apply today, and Travis will buy you lunch.
I'm going to do what now?
Apply in person or online at rotorootermn.com.
Huskies go to work there. Brodzinski along the end wall, takes a couple of bumps by Gower. Out in front, Walker! He scores! Huskies get it in the corner again. Again, the forecheck resulted in a turnover and then a pass to an open man out in front. This time, Nolan Walker gets the goal, and it's 5-1. Yes. Sam Henches had a couple of wonderful steals in that game on Saturday night that led to goals out in front. One Brodzinski, and there's one by Nolan Walker. We're back here at the Green Mill. One thing I want to mention here, that after wins, I think I saw a lot of people bring their tickets. And again, the deal that we had 2 years ago is in effect after victories, home wins for the Huskies. Home wins, bring your ticket into the Green Mill, not just during the Brett Larson show, but you can do it Monday and Tuesday. You got to get here Monday and Tuesday. You get free cheese curds with a couple of drinks. Purchase 2 drinks. You don't get the drinks free. You have to purchase 2 drinks, and you get the free cheese curds with your tickets. Show your tickets. Don't throw them away. Don't shred them. Bring them here to the Green Mill. All right, our player guest here. We have a veteran and we have a freshman. We have a graduate fifth-year guy in Luke J. Cox, and we have Jack Peart from Grand Rapids, Mr. Hockey last year in the Fargo Force. Let's hear it for the guys coming in. A lot of pressure being the first guest of the season, Luke, right? You come out here, you gotta set the tone for the show.
Yeah, well, I'm no stranger to it, so it shouldn't be too bad.
What do you think? This is your 6th, 7th time on? We did them over the phone last year.
Yeah, it's getting up there. Last year was a little different, but like being able to come out here and see everybody. And
great crowd, good turnout. Well, thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Jack, welcome. How has this experience been for you here, starting out your collegiate career here so far?
No, it's been awesome. Just getting to play in front of fans again, and the first experience in the Herb Brooks Arena was really special, and not a great group of guys to share the moment with.
Yeah. Were you surprised at how loud it got? Were you prepared for that? Had you been in a building? I mean, Fargo has pretty good. You played there some. They have good fan support up there as well.
I mean, it was definitely different because just with COVID. And,
right.
We were
even
used,
last year at Fargo, right? There's nobody there.
We were used to not having any fans,
Yeah.
and then, just the energy it brings was awesome.
Both of you guys are on the ice for the offensive explosion on Saturday, Luke. You had a goal that was taken away, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was a Bush call. To be honest, you don't have to comment on it, but I thought it was ticky-tack.
I didn't like it too much either, especially I don't score very much, so getting them ones taken away kind of sucks.
Yeah,
but
I know. But it happens. You'll get one later, right? It's karma.
Yeah, I hope
what
so.
What goes around comes around. What was it like playing in a game like that as a veteran, one of the assistant captains? What was your thought on being involved in a game like that you guys, everything was clicking and the power play was so good?
Yeah, it was good to see us come out with all the pace and hop that we did, and we were able to get the puck to their net quite a bit and get it to the back of the net, and, it was just awesome. I was in the penalty box twice, and I was sitting there, and I was kind of looking around. I go, man, I was talking to the guy that was in there. I was like, man, it's good to have fans back in here because
it was bonkers, wasn't it?
Even with our 12th goal or whatever it was, the place was still erupting.
Yeah.
So it was pretty awesome.
Well, the fans were so hungry to be at a game, and some of you guys may have gone to the games at the end of the season, but they only allowed 250 or 350, so not everybody could get in there. So it was really nice to have players in there. What was the thought going into the game? Did you guys feel really good? Did you feel confident? I asked the coach about that, your feeling coming in. You didn't know a whole lot about St. Thomas. You were first time in front of fans, in front of a long time. As one of the senior leaders on the team, how did you feel the team went into the game as far as going into the game, as far as their mindset? Obviously, it all worked out when you guys hit the ice and put 3 on the board in that first period.
Yeah, we were really excited to get back to it. We've been here since the beginning of August doing training camp and working out and skating every day. So we've just been building up the weeks to the game. And when Saturday night finally hit, we were fired up and ready to go, and it showed on the scoreboard.
Jack, you got, 2 assists on Saturday, right? So you got your first career points out of the way. That had to be nice. We had so many things going on. Were you able to get the point for that? Or are you going to wait for your first goal? How did you get the puck for that?
Never got the puck.
No. Is that one do you guys do? Is it you guys get for just first goal or first point? Sometimes you guys collect pucks, right? For guys like the youngsters and the freshmen that come in. Because I know sometimes the seniors will make a point to go in and get the puck.
Usually we only grab it for their first goal or first
okay.
hat trick or for David for shutout.
Because we don't want to run out of pucks, right?
Right.
Especially in a game like that, there was a lot of firsts.
No kidding.
Where are all the pucks? We're giving them to the players because they've registered their first points or whatever. Jack, you ran the power play a couple of times, top of the umbrella there. You feel comfortable in that position, being the quarterback on the power play? You've done that in juniors and in high school, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone minds being on the power play.
Nobody's complained.
No.
That's a great point. Nobody's ever complained about being on the power play.
Exactly. And just to have so many studs on the power play with you, makes it really easy. And it's been awesome.
Tell us a little bit about you here. Grand Rapids. Did you grow up in Grand Rapids? Of course, we have Micah Miller, who also is a former Grand Rapids Thunderhawk, but he grew up in Reamer. It was like a 45-minute drive for him. I don't know if that was round trip or one way, but I know I've talked to him about that. Where did you grow up? Were you right in Grand Rapids or close?
Yeah, I was 15 minutes away from the rink, so I was pretty close.
So you weren't on varsity when Micah was on varsity the year they won the state tournament, right? You were still in the youth at that time?
Yeah, I was a first-year Bantam, but I do remember going to the game.
You remember well?
And watching it. Yeah, that was one of the greatest days of my
Gavin
life.
Hain
sure.
and the whole crew, and that was the old Halloween machine was back, right?
Oh yeah.
When you are a youth player, and a scenario like that where your high school team is doing well, winning a state championship, how excited do you guys get? How inspiring is that for you to work hard and try to get to that level too?
Well, it's crazy. They're pretty much your heroes, and just you go to every game, even away games, the ones you can make. If it's Duluth East or up in Roseau, I know.
What about War Road?
Or War Road, the War Road swing. No, you pretty much go to any game you can, and just the fan turnout that Grand Rapids gets and the support that the community has of the hockey team is really special.
Luke J. Cox and Jack Peart is with us here. And Luke, speaking of War Road, did you spend some time up there in the summer? Were you doing some fishing, working on some outboard motors, keeping guys out on the water, and working at the resort again?
Yeah, I was able to get up there a little bit, put some work in. Spent quite a bit of time down here just training and skating during the summer just to be ready for this year. And I had a job working out at a farm in Foley, so that kept me busy too. But
what do they raise out in the farm at Foley? What do they have? They got cattle, or is it just crops or pumpkins?
Cattle and some corn and some hay.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was a nice, itchy situation.
It is. Hay chaff can be a problem.
Yeah.
It can really be a problem. You get sweaty, and it's hot, and it was hot this summer.
Oh, it was really hot.
That hay chaff gets on you. I know I grew up on a farm. Do you have any farming experience? Do you do any farming in War Road or not? Or
I worked on a farm.
Okay.
This would be before I started working at the resort, so my first summer after high school. And, after that summer, I said I'd never do it again, but here I am. Here I was last summer.
Well, I'm glad that you're part of the Agriculture Society now.
I got my Green Thumb Award.
Got your Green Thumb, your Mr. Green Jeans. Me being a former farm boy, grew up on a farm, what's your favorite farm chore? And what's your least favorite?
Least favorite is cleaning out the grain bins. That is the itchiest.
Did you have to deal with any manure?
Not too much.
Not much,
some,
okay,
but not too much. And the best, I don't know, probably sitting on the lawnmower cutting grass.
That's a good one right there. I like that too. Jack, let's go back to Jack Peart now. And some of your things that you did growing up in Grand Rapids, other than playing hockey, what else did you do in Grand Rapids? A great town up there on Highway 2.
Yeah, hunting and fishing was big in my life, and I live on Pekegama Lake, which is
played
awesome
golf up
lake.
there this summer.
Yeah.
I played the Pekegama golf course.
Beautiful golf course.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah, so get out on the lake quite a bit in the summer, and just hunting and fishing.
What Lake Pekegama, walleye out of that lake, or what else can you get out of there?
Yeah, walleye, but it's also a really good bass lake too.
It is,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
How was Lake of the Woods this summer, Luke, as far as catching fish? Was it pretty active?
Oh, it's always good.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And it's a walleye hotbed.
For sure.
At all times. All right. What's the biggest one you caught this year? Do you remember?
Oh,
so many of them?
Well, I didn't make it out very much.
Okay.
Like I said, I was down here most of the time, but I was able to get up, and I don't know, we were probably out on a family trip, and at high 20s, maybe a 30-incher, I'm not sure.
That's not too shabby. Now, I know Easton Brodzinski, is he the most prolific fisherman on the team? I know every time I try to contact him for interviews, he's out fishing. Is there somebody that fishes more on the team? Easton probably didn't fish as much this year because he's rehabbing that injury.
Yeah.
But who fishes the most on this Husky squad, do you think, Luke?
I'd probably say myself.
Okay, all right, that's all right.
Yeah. Broads is a wannabe fisherman. He tries hard, but he doesn't get much done.
That's perfect. He's doing those metro lakes, right?
Yeah.
He's doing the metro lakes. You're up in the deep woods dealing with mosquitoes the size of pterodactyls, right? So you got a little more cred there, I guess. Of course, next time when we talk to Easton, we'll bring that up. So I'll get his response on that, and I'll get back to you.
I'm sure it'll be exactly the opposite of what I said.
Luke J. Cox and Jack Peart is with us, War Road and Grand Rapids, respectively. More with them as we return. We're at the Green Mill. We're live, and it's the Brett Larson Show from Learfield.
Looking for career opportunities in a dynamic industry? Want to find a career working for a stable company headquartered in St. Cloud? Since 1978, Speedy Delivery has been your next-day delivery specialist. Speedy Delivery is currently looking for route delivery drivers, CDL drivers, vehicle mechanics, and both full-time and part-time package handlers. For more information on how to become a part of the Speedy Delivery team, visit SpeedyDelivery.com or call 320-251-6697. Speedy Delivery is a proud supporter of St. Cloud State Athletics, equal opportunity employer.
Whether it's the fresh powder of a winter wonderland or the dirt of a scenic summer trail, Mies Outland has you covered for every season. Stop in today and check out the all-new lineup of Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. From the rough and tough Ranger to the trail-taming Indy XC, you'll find your perfect fit and exceptional service at Mies Outland. It's the reason they are Minnesota's power sports superstore. Mies Outland, Highway 55 in Watkins, Highway 10 in St. Cloud, and online at MiesOutland.com. Warning, always wear a helmet and other safety apparel. Never drink and ride.
Hi, I'm Mike Bryant, and I'm driving my car safely and legally communicating on my phone. Minnesota law allows a driver to use their cell phone to make calls, text, listen to music or podcast, and get directions by voice command or single-touch activation without holding your phone. Violations are very expensive.
The National Safety Council reports that cell phone use while driving leads to 1.6 million crashes per year, and nearly 400,000 injuries are caused by texting and driving. Not surprising, since 4 seconds with your eyes off the road is like driving the length of a football field blindfolded. And research shows that just 2 seconds increases the risk of an accident up to 24 times. Texting may only take a second, but it can end your life or ruin it forever. Please drive safely and stay alive.
Find Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury attorneys at minnesotapersonalinjury.com.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Everyone's energized by the action and drive of the right play. Preferred One has the right moves, too, with major scoring opportunities. For 30 years, Preferred One has provided employee health benefits to large and small companies throughout Husky Nation. Achieving your best health is easy and accessible with Preferred One. We offer top physicians and clinics when and where you need them. 100% preventative coverage, gym discounts, and convenient online care. Need an assist? Call your insurance broker or visit preferredone.com. Preferred One, a proud sponsor of Husky Athletics.
Roto-Rooter is now hiring, and today we're with Steve and Travis from Roto-Rooter to tell you all about it.
It's true. Roto-Rooter is now hiring licensed plumbers, drain technicians.
And don't forget about our brand new position, a tanker pump truck driver.
We just got that brand new Peterbilt pump truck. We are looking for a CDL driver, too.
At Roto-Rooter, the pay is great. You get a 401k, company match, paid vacation, and more.
Plus, apply today, and Travis will buy you lunch.
I'm going to do what now?
Apply in person or online at rotorootermn.com.
And here's Meyer here on the near side, a shot deflected through. Spencer will join us first intermission to Fitzgerald. A little reverse pivot, he scores! Kevin Fitzgerald pivots out in front from the doorstep. It's a power play goal, 1-0 Huskies. Yeah, there's Kevin Fitzgerald, one of those seniors that came back, one of the graduate seniors. And Luke, you were in that situation, right? Decide to come back and play another year here at St. Cloud State, right, Luke?
Yeah, you talk to all the guys that have played here before, and they say college is the best 4 years of your life. Well, I was lucky enough to get 5 years.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't a tough decision at all.
No, absolutely not, especially after the success we had last year and the group of guys I knew I was coming back to. It made the decision pretty easy.
I know I haven't talked to you since the game against Massachusetts, the high of winning late against Mankato, and then 2 nights later, coming up short against UMass. What were your emotions after the game? I mean, was it one of being down for a long period of time, or did that motivate you, knowing that you'd have the chance to come back, to be even that more ready for that last game?
Yeah, we were definitely disappointed after losing that last one last year, but the days following, it's been a long season, so you're trying to, just relax for a little bit. Everybody's kind of hanging out. We don't have to go to the rink anymore.
No.
We're kind of just living the college student life, so it was a good time to, just sit back, relax, and reflect a little bit. And then, we had some meetings with the coaches and stuff, and like I said, it was an easy decision. To be able to, want to come back and do my 5th year.
How have you been doing? You remember, you obviously remember, fans may need to be remembered. You had the hip surgeries, was it 2 years ago now? Was it before last year?
Yeah.
Was it the year before that?
I think I'm at like a year and a half now out.
Yeah.
So
that's all been good for you?
Yeah, everything's been going good. It finally feels – I've never really had the feeling of skating without hip pain. So this year, especially getting all the work in this summer to rehab it even a little bit more and strengthen it more, I'm feeling real good. So it's pretty awesome, pretty amazing what they can do with
modern medical technology,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I just got 2 little holes on each side, and they got in there and got the work done, and here I am, a new man.
So you probably, because all of us old people will probably need a hip replacement at some time. You get in your 60s and 70s. Yours are good for what? Did they give you a 100-year guarantee on those babies, or what?
Well, I didn't get any replaced.
Did you register them? Oh, that's right. You had a little rerouting of the tendons and things. Was that what actually did they get? Let's do medical 101 here. We're internet only, so we can we can get really detailed here.
Yeah, well, we should have had Brian DeMaine come. He explains it better than I do. But
was he in the operating room? Was he helping? No, I'm just joking. He wasn't. I know, but
well, he was there. He
was
we
there
were during COVID, so
okay.
everybody else, our season was over. Everybody else had gone home, so I was here by myself. And Brian brought me down, and we stayed in a hotel the night before, both of them, and he brought me in and brought me all the way back up here. But yeah, they just had to go in, and I had extra bone growth on the top part of my hip, and it was pinching and tearing some muscles.
The ball and socket joint, right? I remember that from health class.
Yep. So they just went in and shaved it down and did a little patch-up job, and good to go now.
Good to go. I hope everything goes well for you, Jack. Last year you split between Fargo and the USHL. You opened your season there, and the high school season ended. I'm sure you've gotten this question asked to you a lot about not staying with Fargo and wanting to come back and play high school hockey. I know your dream of getting to the state tournament came up a little bit short against Andover, but we talked about Luke and his decision coming back. Was that an easy decision for you, wanting to go back and play with your buddies at the Thunderhawks and try and get the Halloween machine back to the state?
Yeah, it was a pretty easy decision. The only thing that made it more difficult was COVID, because we didn't even know if there was going to be a high school season. So, kind of had to wait that out, and then once we found out there was a high school season, it was kind of a no-brainer for me to go back.
Yeah, it was. Fargo has a lot of success. You've spent some time, a couple of years, not full seasons there. What is it about their program that we've had? I think Spencer Meyer, Blake Lazat was Sioux Falls, but we've had a lot of guys play at Fargo. I bet you Colorful Ken knows them all. But we've had a lot of guys play from Fargo, and obviously that's a nice little pipeline there.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like St. Cloud, where it's just a great culture.
Mm-hmm.
People love coming to the rink every day to get better, and the coaching staff there has done a really good job with that.
All right, Jack Pert, and we've got Luke J. Cox here. Jack Peart, it's a long E. Your name you've probably had, 5 or 6 different, because I can come up with Pert, Peart, Piert, Peart, probably Pierre, Piart is probably one. You've probably heard them all. There's probably 6 different variations, and it's a simple name, right?
Somewhat simple.
Somewhat simple, apparently. Anything can, I can make Smith difficult, to be honest, Jack. You know that. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got one more segment here with Jack Peart and Luke J. Cox. It's the Brett Larson Show. It's program number 1, first episode of the season. And great crowd. Let's hear it for the crowd. You guys are fantastic here tonight. And we've got one more break here, and we'll be back after this. This is the Brett Larson Show from Learfield.
Dear Diary, things I love about Quick Trip. Glazer donuts. Duh. Fuel. Fresh food. Fun treats. But even the little things like stamps, money orders, gift cards, I get them there. Crazy clean bathrooms. So nice with the kids in tow. No fee ATMs. Free air for my tires. A lot of stores charge for that. Not my Quick Trip. And they always smile and make my day. I think I'm in love. And I think they love me.
We at Affinity Plus always strive to be the best we can for Minnesotans, with great products and services to help local folks and small businesses achieve their dreams. And we're proud to have our efforts recognized by Forbes, which ranked Affinity Plus the #1 credit union in Minnesota. Join Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union and bank with the best. Stop in our St. Cloud branch at 2835 West St. Germain Street, Suite 100, or visit us online at affinityplus.org. Insured by NCUA.
Despite all those deep conversations between waterfowl hunters and the birds, the perfect shots, and the constant retrieves that happen out there, the memories made with family and friends is what it'll always be about. Are you ready? Visit Shields, because we're ready.
Large firm resources delivered with personalized service gives you the best of both worlds. Our firm size allows us to offer businesses and individuals more options for insurance and risk management. And as our company grows, we are intentional about not losing sight of what matters most: people. At North Risk Partners, service to our clients, each other, and our local communities continues to be an important part of who we are. North Risk Partners, large enough to give you options, small enough to be local. Learn more at northriskpartners.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing. and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Now hiring awesome crew. Apply at work@canes.com.
Roto-Rooter is now hiring, and today we're with Steve and Travis from Roto-Rooter to tell you all about it.
It's true. Roto-Rooter is now hiring licensed plumbers, drain technicians.
And don't forget about our brand new position, a tanker pump truck driver.
We just got that brand new Peterbilt pump truck. We are looking for a CDL driver, too.
At Roto-Rooter, the pay is great. You get a 401k, company match, paid vacation, and more.
Plus, apply today, and Travis will buy you lunch.
I'm going to do what now?
Apply in person or online at rotorootermn.com.
Up along the near side, it swung around to the far corner. Action in the St. Thomas zone. Hench is trying to get to it. He got upended. Player was on the ice, so no tripping. And St. Thomas's Paul Schmid, who's out of Austria, up to Brodzinski. Loose puck, they score. And it's 4-1. And that, my friends, was point number 100 for Easton Brodzinski. Congratulations to Easton getting to that 1,000 point mark, and he joins his brother Johnny, who's a member of the 100. Did I say 1,000 point again? I did that the other night. That's basketball, 1,000 point. It's a 100-point club. That'd be a lot. You'd have to get a lot of extra years, right? Eligibility, Luke, to get to 1,000 points.
Yeah,
I don't see it happening. That'd be some kind of a record, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even close to 100, so I'd be here till I'm dead if I had to get to 1,000.
Jack, I looked up your major. You're majoring in recreation and sport management. What's your thought on that? Is that something you want to get into after your hockey career? Sounds like a fun major.
Yeah, it had sports in it, so
that's okay.
Kind of called my name. My thought process is, if hockey doesn't work out, I want to stay in it and probably be a coach.
Be a coach. There you go. Perfect. And get a good education here from St. Cloud State. Luke, you guys are going down to Mankato. You got to know they're going to be ready. Rematch of the Frozen Four last year. Magical game. The immaculate deflection, as we called it, I think, at the fan celebration when the team came back, and Nolan Walker got a stick on it. Does that seem like it was just yesterday? We were in Pittsburgh? Or it does. It's the whole COVID pandemic. It's funny because some things feel like they were just yesterday, but then again, they feel like they were 5 years ago. It has had such a funny little effect on the timeline and the space-time continuum, whatever you want to call it, but what was your experience going there like? I mean, it was a little bit different because there weren't as many fans there, but it's the first time we've talked to you since Frozen 4. What was that like? That had to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. You get there and, we're the Final Four team standing, so you walk in and you're kind of just first stop was the hotel, and you walk in, the people that work at the hotel start clapping. All right, so I'd never experienced that before, and it was just it was an awesome time being able to spend time around the city there and, spend time with the boys doing stuff. We'd walk around the city and go see the sights a little bit and then head down to the rink, which is an awesome place, too. That was at PPG Paints.
Yes, PPG
Paints
Paints
Arena. That's a heck of an arena. But, it was an awesome experience. And, with the successful teams I've been on since I've been here at St. Cloud, it's good that we finally got over that hump and were able to achieve what we did last year.
You had to enjoy watching that run, Jack, knowing that you were a future Husky. But going back on that, give me your decision on saying yes to St. Cloud State and committing and coming here and signing your national letter of intent, and now here you are starting your career. The decision to go to St. Cloud State, why the Huskies?
No, I knew there was they were a great program here.
Yeah.
And it was right when Brett Larson had moved here from UMD, and I'd already had a really good relationship with him. I liked him a lot, and when he offered me, I was really excited about it. I think I probably took less than a week to call him back and decide that I was coming here. And that was when I was 15, and it's been so long to get here, but the time has actually flown by, and it's crazy that I'm finally here and actually playing for the Huskies. It's been special.
And as Mr. Hockey, that's special as well. You look at the list of the guys that have been Mr. Hockey. It's a who's who. That had to be a real thrill for you as well to win that award, because there's so many other guys that are very deserving as well. So many good hockey players at that level, high school level here in Minnesota, Jack.
Yeah, no, that was really special. I got to share that day with my coaches and my family. So, yeah, getting to hear my name called for that award was amazing, and definitely something I'll never forget.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Good luck this weekend at Mankato. All right, go get them.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, let's hear it for the guys, Luke Jaycox and Jack Pearce, our player guest, episode 1 here of the Brett Larson Show. Again, back 2 weeks from tonight. Again, the schedule here for October, the show tonight, no show next week because it's a road series, but we'll be back October 18th and October 25th, and you can get the schedule at SCSUHuskies.com. That does it. Back again in 2 weeks, and again, the game's coming up this weekend on 1450 AM, 99.3 FM, KNSI. I'm Jim Erickson. You've been listening to the Brett Larson Show from Learfield.